problem is with watching. Make sure I get the shirt. Bam. The problem is with watching movies like that on television is you don't get, all this shit be edited out.
Right.
So you don't get to hear no curse words. Motherfuckers be saying.
Tired of these motherforking snakes on this Monday to Friday plane.
These chocolate milk shakes on this chocolate milk plane. Like, what?
It's funny. I was listening
those are not curse words.
I was listening to I Hate Everything About You about 3 Days Grace the other day with Millie because we were just like feeling nostalgic. And I remember
that doesn't say nothing bad about y'all's relationship at all. That doesn't have no red flags here, sir. We just as a couple we listened to I Hate Everything About You, and then
totally normal behavior.
And then we went to church. Like what?
But
the only natural progression is church after that.
I remembered that like when we were kids and that song came on like on MTV or whatever, they would bleep out hit like after every hit we take because I guess it was
it's talking about doing drugs.
But us as kids, we were stupid and we were like when he sang that part we would say after every shit you take because we were
I never said that, but
I do remember me and Adam saying that.
Yeah, it may have been just about a funny thing. That might have just been more hilarious than it was that you actually thought he was saying shit.
Right.
I think that was more so about doo-doo.
Yeah.
That's just doo-doo jokes. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, a good doo-doo joke, it goes a long fucking way.
A good doo-doo joke can go a long way. Ask Richard Pryor.
Or ask the man who went to the bathroom before me. It was a fucking joint in there that was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, god damn, that went a long way. I'm joking. I ain't even been to the bathroom today.
Hello, you beautiful nerds. Welcome to the Drug Banthas podcast, where we talk about sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and all of the popular art that we love. Also, we do it drunk.
I got it in there. I said also.
As always, I am joined by my co-host and brother Bill. How you doing?
That thing won't go off, man.
If you're a human out there and you have maggot robots in your brain, try to refrain from killing people until after the podcast. Because today we are talking about the season 4 finale of HBO original series Westworld.
How many hosts from season 1 can you point out in season 4?
Yeah, right. And how many is gonna make it to season 5 if we do get a season 5?
Aren't we're getting a season 5?
It does feel like that.
You heard it here first. We're reporting it. We're the first reputable journalistic outlet that is going to outright say we're getting a season 5.
Yeah, it's weird because you can't really find anything definitive online about a season 5 happening or them continuing past season 4. Other than a couple of years ago, they said they would
definitely going. They said we're going for 5. That's what they said. We're not going over that. We're not going below. We're going to hit 5. Right. When they got renewed for the next season, and. They were like, yeah, Jonathan Nolan was very clear that they have 5 seasons ready. You ready to go, baby. We ready to go.
All right. And I mean, I could definitely see them doing a season 5, especially since it seems like they've alleviated a little bit of their acting budget in this last episode.
Hell yeah, bro. Ain't nobody alive no more. We get to start with goddamn women and children. We even get to reuse some footage because we got a fucking simulation that we're running in a loop.
Right.
We get to use some fucking stock footage. Oh my God, this might be the worst episode of Westworld ever, but I still like the episode. I still love the show, but let me tell you something, y'all. This might be the worst episode. And it's not because of the things that you think that it might be, but you just follow and stick with us for another 24 minutes and lock down on that button, man. Smash that button like you smash those flies that are trying to get into your brain.
Yeah, I will say that this episode does kind of fall prey to a lot of big epic series like this where the penultimate episode ends up being like more interesting than the finale, like the season finale. Like famously, Game of Thrones, like for years, like in the back of my brain, I just remember Ned Stark getting killed as the final episode of the first season, but that actually happens in the penultimate episode, and then like it's just a bunch of like wrapping shit up in the last episode. So it's like I feel like this kind of suffers from that too, where like the most exciting episode was the last one.
I kind of want to agree with you. Where's that bowl at? Oh, it's right there. I kind of want to agree with you. I think they wrote this episode to be the last episode if they don't get the 5th season.
It did definitely have some finality to it for sure, and it does, but it does have like kind of in the way in like action movies in the 80s and 90s, it would just like sort of tease, not necessarily another movie, but it would give you enough of a tease to like for the audience to imagine what the character's journey could be going forward. Well, you know, let's talk about what we're talking about. At the beginning of the episode,
I don't want
finale. I
don't want to talk about it. Hold on. I do want to bring up this thing,
right?
Because I don't think we're gonna ever bring it up again. But if you go and look at the very beginning of the episode, I'd say around 5 minutes and 30 seconds of the episode, you get a big wide shot of the, what do we call it? The tower, the tone tower. You get a like big wide shot of that, and they have these like rings outside of it, and like these like little compartment buildings or whatever they do, these housing units or whatever for host bodies or whatever the fuck's going on. I wish we knew more about
very deliberate architecture.
Very deliberate architecture. And as I noticed, you know, I've been seeing a lot of things on the internet talking about it's like to signify the maze from the game. But you know what I noticed? I noticed that when you hold that microphone a certain way, it looks like we're blurring out a cock. No, what I noticed is I shouldn't have said that. What I noticed is that it looks like Atlantis. The way Atlantis is drawn out and described by Plato, this place looks just like Atlantis. And what did Atlantis do? Atlantis was a city built on the water. It was a city of islands and corridors that was built on an island that controlled, essentially, like allegedly controlled, like what was going on outside of all the civilizations going on outside of itself. And it had advanced technology in which they evolved so high that they destroyed themselves.
Yeah, that's actually a very interesting point, because I didn't twig that as much because I'm not as like familiar with like the Atlantis history but I don't feel like that is a mistake, especially with the city being on the water and how deep these writers like to go with just like the symbolism and all that kind of stuff in the metaphors. So I definitely think that that's a thing.
Yeah, definitely. I think, and guess what? No one's talking about it except us. Reddit. Suck my Reddit.
That's right, guys. We are the first and only podcast about Westworld. Don't research that.
No, we're the first and only podcast to be accurate about Westworld.
That's true. Don't fact check that. No, we have been like that is a very like interesting insight that I haven't heard anybody really talk about. So, and it's very deliberate, very very deliberate city on the water.
And it destroys themselves. They destroy themselves.
Yeah,
very interesting. Very interesting. I thought it was a very good tie into. It was like a spoiler at the very beginning of the episode. You get a spoiler like, nope, this ain't gonna end well. None of this is gonna end like you think it's going. No, there's no happy ending for this.
Right. And yeah, you kind of get this idea with like, a bunch of different, sci-fi stories that utopia is like almost immediately followed by like some sort of fall.
Right.
Kind of like the fall of Rome.
Anybody who's watched a fucking was it Twilight Zone episode knows that anything that starts with euphoria is like going to end terribly.
Yeah. But at the beginning of the episode, we kind of just like start out or leave off with William's actions where he decided to make all the hosts or make all the humans have a free-for-all, basically. Everyone's killing each other, and it's survival of the fittest.
And we get introduced to some more hosts that were from season 1. I thought that was a great thing to bring back. That's why I thought this might be a finale. Not like they wanted to be the finale, but like they wrote it so this could be the finale because we just saw so many callbacks,
Right.
and loose ends tied off.
Yeah.
It was kind of actually, you know what? I feel like these loose ends were burned off. Like, get off there, burn them like bed bugs. Like,
Yeah. Get the fuck out of there. Yeah, there's one character specifically that kind of came back. It's kind of always been there, but kind of seemingly came back more unexpectedly than this fucking handlebar.
Who is it that
dude.
you speak of, sir?
I'm talking about Clem. You know what I'm talking about, Clem.
Oh,
Clementine.
Oh,
my darling. Oh, my darling.
Oh, my darling. Clementine.
Well, we'll get to my darling Clementine. At the beginning, like we just see like everybody killing each other, and we see Will is thriving. As always, get a nice little scene of
killing fucking campers who are fucking waiting in stock and sitting out.
Right.
Yeah, people. You know what? Fucking right. That's right. You know, all you fucking Call of Duty assholes who like to shoot me while I'm not looking, and then you come around and just jump on my body. You just jump on my body. That was for you.
Yeah, that is what that is one of the things. Like, first things I thought about when he did this whole free for all thing is like, is everyone just gonna be like animalistically attacking impulsively, or is there gonna be like, do some people have? It's like, if you're a sniper, is your first thought going to be to go up on the top of something?
But I think that kid, the Think Stories and the New Rock Stars, heavy spoilers, they're going to all do this shit to death. They're going to do this episode down to 100 times, to get these extra views. I am pretty sure that dude was a host. The sniper dude. Pretty sure he was a host. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think anybody who was acting intelligently was a host, and anyone who was like just acting on instinct, was a human.
Right. Okay, that's fair. That's a fair assessment, especially since William has that little dialogue with him right before he shoots him. It's like, don't you know the rules of the game?
Right. Like, who would know how would a human know the rules?
Right.
A human just doing what they just been programmed to do. That's what. So. Shout out, and I think that kid was. Now, I could be wrong, but I think he was one of those Hale kids, like one of the Hale robots.
Oh yeah, the Hale Lorises.
No, not Hale. Ford.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I think he was one of the actors that played the Ford kid.
Yeah, possibly.
Ford, or he was just one of the kids on that played a host on the season 1.
Right. Oh, that'd be interesting. I kind of want to look that up. See
exactly.
Who the actor is.
And I could be wrong, but that just means you got to tell me I'm wrong, people. You got to put it in the comments down there. Wait, right there.
Yeah, you know where it is, right? Yeah, right. Yeah, right there.
Right there.
Yeah, you're in the right spot. So the drones recover Charlotte's body and revive her.
Fingers. I did 2 fingers.
And she has like an older, hard body, like Dolores ended up.
I like how you
switching to.
said that, hard body, because she is stronger. So hard body. That's right. Little double entendre.
Doing a couple of these. Doing some of these, right?
Do these.
Doing a couple of those.
Do these.
But yeah,
she was amazing. When it called back to Dolores saying, before they made us more like them, they made us stronger than them.
Yeah. And even though you can see that they're still stronger.
Oh no, she said they made us to last before they made us more like them.
Right. Yeah, and you can see that even though they're more flesh and blood in these newer versions. They're still stronger, but you don't really see how like invulnerable they are until like we get that fight between William and Hale toward the end. Which was but but yeah. Then later, Teddy explains what's up with Dolores. How did you feel about like Teddy's explanation of what's going on with Dolores and her brain and
bro,
how she's?
I'm too smart for this show. This fucking shit was stupid. That shit was just dumb. Now what they did was they're gonna live off the fact that most people who are watching this aren't intelligent enough to keep up with what the fuck they were talking about. But now that I've watched it and I'm taking it in, as I was watching, I was thinking it was kind of maybe they're gonna do something at the end and make this make sense, because that don't make no sense. But keep on going. And then Teddy realizes he's not real. Like now he's like, oh, I'm not real. Wait a minute, I'm not real. Nigga, how do you not know you're not real? You the one revealing that she's not real. Nigga, I'm
that
done.
other shit isn't real.
I was like, I'm done. This is just dumb. This was a stupid storyline that was introduced in case this show doesn't get picked back up.
Yeah, it felt like a really weird, very long way of just like explaining where the fuck Evan Rachel Wood is.
It's a good way to do an explanation of a reason we're not doing a 5th season, even though we said we were going to give you a 5th season. Why does everybody have to have a death scene? Why does everybody have to have their loose ends tied? In season 2, we have William kill his daughter, and then walk into a fucking fidelity simulation and be told that he is a goddamn host.
Yeah, when is that? I was really hoping that was going to come back.
That was the last episode of that season. I still don't know what the fuck is going on with that. Yeah. That's how I should feel at the end of this episode. You didn't have to try to tie everything off. So that means I think that they've really done with it. HBO is not good about ending shows. Now, we have evidence to that.
Yeah.
We have Game of Thrones. We have, what's that show called? Damn.
Luck.
Luck?
That was the show.
I didn't see it.
That was a show with Dustin Hoffman where like they accidentally killed a bunch of horses on production, so they had to cancel.
Oh yeah, remember what's his name was on that too? We just found out that another big actor was on that, and we were like, "God damn, that was gonna be a good movie."
Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think that Martin Scorsese produced it too. Yeah, like I
was like, God damn, this movie was gonna be. They said this was less than the $10 million movie. Like this, like God damn.
Oh man,
that was gonna be a good motherfucking movie, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all should just let them put that back together. Like y'all should let them finish that.
Yeah, it's like I think the stakes board off on Luck. We can reboot Luck.
Let me ask you a question, a personal question.
Yeah.
How many times do you think we saw an ass shot of Tessa Thompson? I'm just asking.
Oh yeah, man. Like, director.
Hold on,
was like,
why you got the ooh yeah? Wait a minute. Hold on.
Sorry, no, sorry. No, yeah, that sounded really.
Hold on, why'd you?
That sounded really suggestive.
No, it didn't sound suggestive. You sound like you was in an R&B music video. Ooh yeah. I was like, okay.
Y'all didn't know that Casey and JoJo were in this.
I was like, calm down, bro. Calm down, bro.
No, I thought the same thing when we were watching it. I was like, damn, this DP is all up in that ass.
All up in that ass. Hey, I was in that ass like a bicycle without a seat. You know what I'm saying? Like a bicycle without a seat.
Yeah, that was interesting. There were a lot of butt shots.
Look, don't keep saying stuff like that. You're making it worse. You keep saying porno terms, butt shots. I didn't see any face shots. Nobody came anywhere.
I said butt shots instead of ass shots. I mean, I think that it was like maybe this DP was like, this is the last time we're getting Tessa.
You keep saying DP, like that's what I'm saying. Like, it's all these porno talk, man. You just doing all this porno talk, like crank one down, come back. Then no, I'm joking. Don't crank one down.
But while we're talking about weird storylines.
Let's just talk about how weird this fucking shit was.
Well, then Hale then goes to follow William to the Hoover Dam. They're on a race to the Hoover Dam to the Sublime.
It's a race. Wake up, we're fighting.
And before she goes there, though, she does have like a little conversation with Clementine, who expresses that she wants to go.
Did we do that bit already, Clementine?
We just brought her up.
No, I mean we did the bit though.
Oh yeah. My darling. Yeah, we already did the Huckleberry Hound. But yeah, she mentions that she wants to basically like go off to the far reaches of the world where outside of the tower's control, and I guess murder all the humans and live in their home.
Kill all humans. if we had a dope editor, holler at us in the DM and put us in the, make a comment if you're an editor and you want to edit for the Drunk Banthas.
Yeah.
You get one of these cool T-shirts and you have to wear it every day. No, but yeah, like I don't know, man. Like that was dumb to me. Like it's like they brought Clementine out. Like, hey, I do work on this show. And you do have to pay me for every episode, even if I'm not in it. So, so what's up with that? What's up with y'all? Y'all gonna give me a little ending?
Yeah, just a couple more day rates. Yeah,
that was just dumb, dude. I think they realized they didn't have nothing for Clementine to do, and they were like, "Yo, Clementine should just be like, I'm out." But I try to give them an out. Maybe it's just because she went crazy in the first season. Right, we had a lot of first season callbacks in this episode, especially in this episode. Definitely in the whole series, but this episode was just littered full of it.
Right.
Maybe they're like, hey, first season, Clementine went crazy. We had to drill her up in the nose and make her go incapacitated style.
Right.
Incapacita. And so maybe they're saying, oh, I'm just redoing that.
Yeah, possibly. It could be like a sort of little callback to that. I hesitate on giving them that much credit.
Well, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I mean, maybe they had some, come on.
No. I definitely think there's some there. But I do feel like whether that was the intention or not, the execution did make it feel more like, oh, we need to explain what Clem did, and also we need to make the trip of Frankie and Caleb to the boat a little bit more exciting. So let's add Clementine.
Right.
Speaking of which, what did you think of the fight? But like that whole confrontation with Clem,
Clementine was whooping ass. Maybe they could have did that through some of the whole series. Like let her actually do some shit and like.
Yeah,
she can talk too. Y'all forgot that, didn't it?
Yeah,
bitch been silent.
She's actually a good actress.
Bitch been silent all motherfucking year and shit. Like, but y'all forgot she could talk. And, like, she's a good actress. You know what I'm saying? Actually, she's a little physical too. Taller than most women too. So
yeah,
like, she's like a presence on film. You know what I'm saying? On camera. Also had a couple of nice butt shots. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I don't bring up the butt shots because I'm like, oh, looking at the booty. Look at the booty. What I'm bringing it up for is that clearly this is an emphasis that the director of photography is putting emphasis on. Now, you see how I said the director of photography?
Yeah, you broke it up.
I didn't say nothing about double penetration.
Yeah, it's funny because like it's very obvious. Like she's very striking. She's got a strong screen presence, like you said, and it feels like this scene is like almost an accumulation of wasted potential. Because like Baby Hemsworth is also like he had a really great fight scene. And like while we were watching it, I was like, this was really well shot. It's the most badass he's looked the whole, and competent he's looked the whole.
He about to die.
Thing. He's definitely about to die. And he's having like this moment where he's trying to talk this dude down. I was like, oh, he's definitely about
I like
to die.
how they tried to execute that though. They tried to execute a surprise death. Like, oh, maybe you shouldn't have showed us Clementine doing all that shit. I would have, if you'd have not had Clementine say a goddamn thing to Hell Stina or Hell Loris, excuse me,
right?
Hell Stina Loris. If you didn't have her say anything to her in that whole scene, I think that works still. Like you could cut that scene out, and it still works. Like her just showing up wanting to kill them, that works for me. She didn't have any like cognizance as far as I was concerned. Like I didn't really, I didn't feel like she was I just felt like that was forced. And also, her character is completely forced. This actress should never have actually been in this story anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no reason for her to have been in the story any more than there was the fucking Starburns looking motherfucker. Right. Like, he was in the first season too, but he didn't show up in this one till the very last episode. Yeah. And he got bopped in the head.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. I think they just did some very self-serving type things, some things that are pertain to people's contracts, and that's why I also feel like we might not get a 5th season. It's clearly some litigation involved in the last episode that we watched.
Right. Yeah, and
we can be like this. We can say things like this because we don't get screeners.
Right. And there are reports of this season being lower rated than previous seasons.
Yeah, nobody's really watching.
And I do feel like like to your point, I feel like one of the reasons why we have Clementine instead of Dolores' dad in this season is because the way she looks at the dress. But I do hope that she gets gets booked.
Dolores' dad died. I mean, the actor.
Wait, I thought he was in that freezer.
No, the actor, the guy who played her dad.
Oh, did he? Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the dude from Twister. Yeah, he died.
Oh damn, R.I.P. I didn't know that. Oh shit.
Yeah. You know who he is? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, he died.
Yeah.
No longer with us. Died the year that season came out. The first season came out.
Damn.
Abernathy.
Yeah.
But that's not his name in real life. If y'all know his name in real life, put it in the comments.
Yeah, his last name. Is it Dolores Abernathy?
I'm saying the actor's name.
Oh,
why you can't get out of the Westworld, bro? Like you I'm trying to talk about the real actors. You like, wait a minute, his name was Abernathy.
No,
funny. That's just funny.
But yeah, so Bernard said to Dolores, at the Hoover Dam, William tries to shut down the Sublime before Charlotte arrives. Somehow he gets there before she does, on horseback.
Terrible. That was another terrible edit. That was terrible. What the absolute fuck, dog? Like, you get on a horse that had no saddle. You had to put all the shit on him. I don't know if y'all know nothing about horses, but putting a fucking horse together take about an hour.
Yeah, you gotta.
And then all of a sudden he's there before the flying car.
Right. It was already kind of weird, hard to believe that when his car crashed. First, they get the jump on this dude and they still can't manage to kill him. All right, fine. But then when he crashes, he just happens to crash in front of a farm where they got 2 different horses. One black, one white.
One black, one white. He has 2 choices. Which is interesting to me. They still, as creators of the show and writers of the show, they're still giving William a chance. Right. Whatever is in working this whole fidelity test, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I guess you could say this whole thing is a fidelity test. Are we not still living Dolores' loop? Or is this just the beginning of the loop and then we get to go in through it now? I don't know. Are we enthralled in a loop right this very moment? Are we just doing the same thing that we've done before? And kind of, because we do this show every week. So we are in a loop, of course.
And did they ever explain why William's host never, he basically passed the fidelity test? We never see him having
his host didn't pass the fidelity test, but they didn't explain. No, they didn't never explain season 2's ending. If you're asking that,
well, not hold on, because
let me finish what I'm saying.
Okay,
because but that this William is a Dolores Code William. He is not a fidelity experiment.
That's right. That's right.
So for those who may be confused about that, that's not what's happening here. He's not a Caleb type of host. He's a host that was recreated to look like William, but has a pearl in his head that is of Dolores's code.
And for whatever reason, he just started acting like William.
No, because she put a lot of his personalities traits into the code.
Right.
Like, she wrote it into his code because they have it on file, but they can't recreate his actual consciousness.
I wonder if that's the linchpin in creating the perfect that bridge with the human to host. Is you just use another host as like the baseline, and then you just map them over with personality traits of the dead human.
No, that's not the bridge, because you just made what we have with this William. That's exactly what we have
Right,
with this
but
William.
you do end up getting, it still ends up being very much like William because
Yeah, but also he only was like William because William manipulated him.
That's true. That's true. He did. You do have the bit.
He didn't know what he wanted to
talking
do.
to himself. Yeah.
If he'd have gone to William and William told him, "Hey, man, kill Hale and like just live in peace," he would have been like, "Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna be the hero. I'm gonna kill Hale and I'm fucking live in peace." But if he told him what he did, tell him, "Hey, man, burn it all down, stab me in my chest." Basically, that's what he told him.
Yeah.
So he did those things.
Yeah. And then like at the end, we get this kind of we get this fight. We get this shootout between Hale and William all throughout the Hoover Dam.
Unnecessary ass shootout with niggas who can't die from shooting each other one time in the shoulder.
Yeah, it was kind of.
And that was not even me doing the Ed Harris. I just kind of sounded like him for 2 seconds. But that was, listen, that was terrible.
Yeah, it felt. It was a few different reasons why it felt like lackluster, but yeah, it's just like not the most fun gunfight I've ever seen.
Could have did a lot of things with that. But what are you gonna do? You got a 32-year-old black woman fighting a 142-year-old white man. Like,
well, that's the fun thing.
Wasn't going to be a lot of action going on in that fight scene. Like, all of that had to be far away from each other.
That's the great thing about gunfights is that you don't. It's all about like the editing and the way it's shot.
Right, no, but this whole episode was terribly edited and it was terribly shot. Like, we noticed so many mistakes in the overexposure, in the lighting, and also mistakes that were made in the CGI and where Dolores talks to herself at the end and she's looking way above the forehead and up into the ceiling, trying to find the tennis ball that she's looking at. And clearly not looking at anybody. Why not put a person in a green suit and let them sit next to her?
Yeah,
that was the biggest waste of a fucking budget I've ever seen in television history.
Even if they were gonna do that, like they could have just placed it in a different spot because the light coming through the window, it doesn't match. It doesn't
do
match
it at night.
Do
it at night. So there is no light coming through the window. Like, they didn't have to do any of that shit. They made bad decisions that made this show fucking bad.
Yeah.
Like,
and I don't feel like her talking to herself added anything to that
shit
ending. Like, you could have taken that scene out, and we still get the idea that she's recreating Westworld.
That could have been a whole completely silent, because she said all the exact same things that Teddy said. She didn't actually say anything new. She just said the same shit that Teddy said.
Yeah,
as Dolores.
Yeah, so at the end, like after Hale kills William, gets the best of him because of the gun that Bernard left at the dam. Then she inexplicably kills herself. I guess because Tessa Thompson is too expensive now. And then Dolores.
We talked about how that probably was going to happen.
Yeah,
it's like, well, this is the only reason she's getting all this love on this show, and now she's not on the show.
Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely gonna have a lot of money to work with for the acting budget next season if we do get another season. But before Hale kills herself, she does place the Dolores core in the Sublime. So Dolores is woken back up in the simulation, realizes that there is no likelihood of human or host surviving in the real world, but can hope that in the Sublime that they can make it right. So she recreates the original Westworld park.
And starts running fidelity tests, much like what Bernard ran, trying to find a better way to save the world. And I think if we do get a season 5, that is what's going to play out. Her running her algorithm, her fidelity test or playing out her fidelity test in real life, in real world scenario, due to the fact that, just like Bernard, she's had infinite amount of time to do it, even though it's a shorter period of time in the real world.
Right.
So, I mean, technically, it could take 2 days for her to do this, to figure all this shit out, and then she'd just be like, okay, now I figured it out. Let's fix everything.
Yeah. If this is the end of Westworld, do you think that this is a satisfying ending?
No, it's terrible. If this is the end of Westworld, then not good. Good riddance. Just fucking end it right now before I fucking get real mad.
Yeah, I'm not sure what
look. Hale's nails looked worse than fucking Frankie's nails. Look, there was just little things that I didn't like about this episode. Why are Frankie's nails so goddamn amazing? Maybe it's me. Maybe I just think she's just fucking gorgeous. There's nothing wrong with her. Maybe she's just a flawless human being. And, you know, she deserves to be treated like a queen. And she got motherfucking amazing nails, even in an apocalypse. Possibly. Even as a refugee. Yeah. Even as a motherfucking, like, warrior on the run, refuge, roughing it out, eating cans of beans. I'm assuming. I don't know. We never saw them eat. But I'm just saying, damn, man. Why she gotta be? We got to get some dirt in there. Put her hands in some dirt. Make her roll up blunts on all this time she's not on camera. Make her roll blunts so she gets dirt in her fingers. Something, man. We got to be better than this.
I mean, she looks pretty great all around. She's got a good like morning skincare routine.
Oh my god!
She got somebody doing her hair.
Well, they must have got shot while they was doing it because they only did half of it. They only did a quarter of it right here. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
it seems like that's always like the post-apocalyptic style for like badass ladies, like
badass black ladies. Let's just be real.
Actually, I was gonna bring up Natalie Dormer in what's it called? Hunger Games.
Haven't seen it.
She also had the side shave.
Haven't seen it, and the side shave is not. That's effort. That's not a side shave. That's a goddamn fade, nigga. What are you talking about? That's effort, bro. She got to line up and everything after that. No, I'm talking about a bitch just do. No, I'm good. My arms is tired. I couldn't hold my arms up that long. I did that myself right then, and I had to go. Or somebody was doing it, and they got shot in the head, and we had to get out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need them kind of stories. Shave my head type shit.
Yeah, I did forget to mention that Aaron Paul's character Caleb. He dies because he
did. He ain't gonna be in no season 5.
His story ends, so it looks like only characters that might end up in a season 5 is Frankie and.
I don't think that's true because the fidelity. Look, we gotta explain what happened in season 2 with William. His fidelity test worked. His fidelity test actually worked. So that means that Stubbs is not aware of that. Nobody's actually aware of that. So what happened with that?
Yeah,
so
and there's gotta be.
If you think put it in the comments. We gotta figure out this now because this is it. There's no more Westworld, people. I'm trying to tell you, it's over with.
Yeah, it's got to be another.
I probably said at the very beginning of this, I said we're getting to season 5. I think I said that we're definitely getting to season 5. We're definitely getting if you made it this far, it's over. We're not getting one. This is terrible. No,
it does feel like a kind of indie, and it's weird because I don't think it's ever happened in TV shows where we just don't know if we're gonna get another season, especially like a show.
Oh no, it happened. It happened with The Watchmen. We had
oh, that's true. That's true.
Like 2 months or.
But at least the creator was always adamant about saying that he wasn't gonna do it again. It was the HBO who said.
No, he wasn't the creator. He was the guy who they put on.
The creator of the show.
Yeah, he wasn't the creator of the show. He was just the showrunner. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. The point of the matter is that we've never been in this situation where a show running this long has no idea whether or not they're coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm going to assume that they do because all of your favorite YouTubers who get screeners are talking about it in the present, talking about the future in the next season in the present, and they're not talking about it like it's something that may or may not happen. They're talking about it as something that is definitely going to happen. So I cannot say, but it sounds like we're getting one.
Yeah, well, I guess we shall see. But guys, thank you for listening to Drunk Banthas podcast. We do this every once in a while, so go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, so you can get updates on new videos. Check us out on Twitter, IG, TikTok, likewise, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all the internet things at the Drunk Banthas. Till next time, stay safe, my little Tessa Thompson booties, and may the force be with you.